I got into real estate really young and I had no idea what I was walking into. Hi, my name is Natalie and I'm a local real estate agent on Long Island in Queens. I am 24 years old and I've been doing real estate full-time for 2 years. I've had my license for about 3.5 years. And real estate is amazing. I can't imagine doing any other job. It is my dream job. And some backstory about me is I grew up in real estate. My mom is a broker. So people always ask me if I knew I was gonna do real estate when I went into college, but the truth is no. I started off as a finance and international management major, and as I kept doing school, I kept just realizing I wanted to help people and being more out there. I felt like finance wasn't for me. I'm more of a salesperson, so I got into marketing, and that is just a little bit about my backstory. I grew up on Long Island. I lived many places, but only in Nassau County. And I feel like as being an agent that is younger, I have a lot of knowledge that I can share with newer agents and what I did not know for when I started real estate. One of the things that I feel people romanticize about real estate is that it is a flexible schedule and that you can do it whenever you want. You don't have to work a 9 to 5. But if you want to be successful in this business, you have to work more than a 9 to 5. You have to work weekends. There are days where other people and your friends aren't going to be working, but if you want to be successful, your clients are not going to wait. And if it's a holiday, I even get calls on holidays. You have to pick up the phone. So even though, yes, you can make your own schedule, it's really not like that, especially if you're starting off in the business. The more you're out there, the better it is for you. So the more you show face, the more you're at events, and the more you're really putting in the work into real estate is what you're going to take out of it. Because I cover Long Island and Queens, another thing that I feel as is romanticized is, or not talk about, is the traffic. I sit in traffic for so long, especially since many clients, they can only see places on the evenings. So that's 5 p.m., 6 p.m., 7 p.m. And if you know New York, you know that the traffic at those hours are crazy, especially in Queens. To get from point A to point B might be 10 minutes in the morning, but in the afternoon, it can take you up to 35 minutes, which if you don't live in New York, you might not get that, but it seriously is true. So I feel like that sometimes frustrates me, but as I've done real estate more, I've learned to not be stressed about the traffic and be upset that I'm running a little bit late or whatnot. I like to take that time to either listen to podcasts or just learn more about real estate. Or I also like to make calls, because if you really realize that when you're in the office and you have a good call, some of those calls can take 20 to 30 minutes. So when I'm driving and if I'm calling back some people, that's perfect. My car ride's gonna go super fast. Another thing that I feel like I thought when I was getting into real estate is that I was gonna be successful instantly. I mean, growing up with my mom, who is a broker, I was like, oh, perfect, this is great. And I didn't always think like that, but I did think that I would get some success really quick. And going into it, I was like, this is a lot more work than I thought. I actually have to call, I actually have to do all these showings. And I realized that your first offer, usually you aren't getting accepted. I was like, this is weird. I thought if my clients want this house, they would be able to get it. And yeah, but that was not the case. There's bidding wars in these areas. You have to fight, you have to vouch. I thought if my clients would want the house, they would be able to get it. And when it comes to listing a property, I was like, this is great. I got a listing, this should be easy peasy. I put it on the market and there's gonna be people banging on the door that they've been looking for this house and it's all ready. But again, that was not really the case. When you list a house, you have to do way more than just post it online. You have to do social media on the property. Social media is a big thing nowadays. I feel like as a real estate agent, I am doing a lot of content, not because exactly I do like content, but it's really what is getting my clients' properties out there. Most of my clients' properties, I usually get inquiries from social media, whether that be Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. So it's really important that you do the social media aspect for your clients, because if you're not, you're missing out on so many people. You can see how many people are viewing your views. Like, I would say a standard TikTok or Instagram Reels, 1,000 people. Imagine having 1,000 people at an open house. That's crazy. So that reel is pretty much 1,000 people getting into the open house. So I think that's one aspect that I didn't realize I would have to do as much as when I started real estate. Another thing with listing properties is door knocking. I love door knocking now, but when I first started, I was like, wow, I didn't think I'm going to have to knock on strangers' doors to get business. And truly, I love door knocking. I think it's the best way to meet the neighbors, educate them, but that was not something I expected to do when I started, for sure. Another thing is circle prospecting. This is practically, let's say you have a listing, you're calling the neighbors around the neighborhood. So I like to go door knocking, plus I like to also circle prospect. So I like to let them know that there's an open house coming up. But there's a lot of more things you have to do than just list the house. I thought it's just, oh, list it and everyone's gonna be banging on the door, but that's not true. Another thing I like to do is I like to go to the local supermarket in the area of the listing that I have, and I like to put the listing there, because just think about how many people in the area go to the supermarket. That is a super big one. And yeah, I feel like those are a lot of things that I didn't realize when I first started real estate. Now, I mean, I love it. I would not do anything else. I truly believe it is the best job anyone could have. You get to help people every day and you truly get to make an impact.